Hello, welcome to Lake Garda. I'm Nick Conrad and I'm here with Leisure Holidays. I've come up in a cable car to this vantage point on this mountain. I'm 5,725 feet high and it's given me the most fantastic view across the lake, and I'm sure you'll agree that the climb was worth the view. The cable car takes you from the lake right the way up to the top of the mountain, where you get the most spectacular view. I mean, you can see it behind me. From the southernmost tip of Lake Garda to the northernmost tip, it's 75 kilometres in length. At its deepest point, it's 3 kilometres. Come right up to the top of Monte Baldo to get the most wonderful views of Lake Garda. This is Italy's must-see lake and a major tourist destination. Located in the north of the country, the lake boasts superb surroundings. Join me on my tour as I enjoy a real taste of Italy. I'll sample the well-known regional delicacies, I'll take a lake cruise to view the surrounding villages from the water, visit picturesque towns and charming villages. It's all to come as we go full circle around Lake Garda. I was here with Leisure Holidays director Hugh Williams, who's a big fan of this part of Italy.
Hello, my name's Hugh Williams. I'm here in Lake Garda on my Lake Garda Venice and Verona Director's Choice holiday. It's one of the most popular places for our guests to come every year, and that's because it's very peaceful and it's very relaxing. Just breathe the mountain air, it's superb. The mountains, the lake, the pretty lakeside villages, the local food, the wine, it makes it an absolutely unbeatable destination.
After a refreshing cappuccino, back down the mountain we go to the lakeside. Now at the foot of Monte Baldo you've got Malcesine. It's absolutely charming here. You've got small streets that meander around each other, and wherever you go you seem to be able to smell Italian cooking. At the moment I'm getting wafts of cake and bread. Malcesine hugs the lake. The maze of local streets are a perfect place to wander around, offering a little bit of shade and plenty of shopping opportunity. The narrow cobbled streets cluster beneath a 13th century turreted castle, the town's most prominent landmark. Being a keen historian, I wanted to learn more about the castle, so I asked Antonio, a local guide, to take me around the 13th century fortifications and its even older medieval tower. Antonio, tell me about Malcesine.
The castle of Malcesine is very famous castle because it's building around 1500. And the building is very good preserved because and the location of the castle is very good to see the very nice view of the Lake Garda.
Before leaving Malcesine, a quick tip for you. You cannot come to Italy without trying gelato, which I have to say is incredibly tasty and ever so refreshing. Let me take you down to the other end of the lake and one of the larger settlements on Lake Garda. Sirmione is in the southern part of Lake Garda and it's got a very special castle which you can see behind me. Now the reason this is quite intriguing is the way in which the fort has been designed, with water right the way around it. Inside there's an area which offered a safe haven for ships when the lake was rather rough, but also the way it's designed traps anybody who's trying to invade the castle. The ancient fortified town of Sirmione is the gem of the peninsula at the south of the lake. There are lovely cobbled streets to explore and shops to wander around. A rare castle, a Roman villa and old hot springs makes this a historically very valuable place. Now that castle looks fantastic from the land, but there's one really special way of viewing it, and that's jumping on a boat. I was saying before that one of the unique things about this castle is the fact that anybody trying to invade would potentially get stuck inside with their boat, and I'm going to experience it firsthand because they actually do allow you to go in the boats and have a look at the castle from inside, which is quite special. It's quite early in the morning and there's a really refreshing breeze. We've come back out onto the lake to have a look at all the outlying towns and villages of Lake Garda. Behind me you can see Riva del Garda in the background, which looks absolutely beautiful. Just in front of me is Monte Baldo, which I climbed yesterday to get those wonderful views across the lake. And it's beautiful to come out this time in the morning and just see the whole of Lake Garda before the rest of the world wakes up. Riva del Garda is located at the northwestern corner of Lake Garda. The town is located at the southern edge of the Italian Alps near the Dolomites. Riva often hosts cultural activities, especially during the summer months. In the main square in Riva del Garda you can find the Bell Tower, built in 1220. It was built to defend the town and had salt and grain stores, storerooms and exchange banks at its foot, the forerunner to a shopping precinct. But it also had another use, a prison. And then there was the observation post during World War I. Riva's town is another maze of cobbled streets, ice cream shops, restaurants and cafes. There's nothing more relaxing than sitting by the waterside and right down by the lake in Limone, which is a really delightful, picturesque postcard, if you like, village on Lake Garda. And one of the nicest things about Limone is if you fancy a stroll and then maybe a coffee or a cake, this is the place to do it because it's got a traditional promenade. Limone has old fishermen's houses mixed in with lemon groves. You can sit at the water's edge in cafes or bars, or head into the back streets where the shops are filled with leather handicrafts. Lake Garda is a great location for a relaxing but insightful leisure holidays getaway. Be it history, culture, cuisine, wine or sun, or just beautiful views, Lake Garda has something for everyone. I heartily recommend a break on the lake.